Hello students. Now we are going to start a new chapter called Human Health and Diseases. It is a very important chapter in the biology second PC syllabus because for examination purpose the 8 to 10 marks questions may appear. In this chapter Human Health and Disease, the three factors are there: human, second health, third disease. First thing, how the human able to maintain good health. Then what are the awareness of the health? Then what are the significance of the health? Then diseases. How the diseases occurs to the human being. How the diseases disturb the good health. If the diseases disturb the good health, what the effect we are going to see? So these are the concepts we are going to study in this chapter. In this chapter, we are going to study first thing about health, diseases, immunity and immune system, AIDS and cancer, finally drug and alcohol abuse. When come to the health, health is defined as state of complete physical, mental and social well-being. In three aspects, the health we define: a complete physical, bodily, mental, like central nervous system, social, socially, a complete fit, that is called as a good, a health. In other words, the health is state of physical fitness. Okay. Then according to the good humor hypothesis of health proposed by Hippocrates, father of medicine, and Indian Ayurveda system of health is defined as state of body and mind balancing of certain humors. Here certain humors are nothing but body fluids. The body fluids are blood, yellow bile, black bile. Okay. William Harvey, a father of modern physiology, a father of blood circulation, he disproved the a good humor hypothesis and Indian Ayurveda system. He demonstrated experimentally and defined the health. The normal body temperature with black bile maintains the health. The normal body temperature is 37 degrees centigrade. This normal body temperature as well as black bile maintains the health. The black bile, it is a body fluid produced by spleen as well as kidney. Okay. When it comes to the significance of health, the first significance is the health increases the work efficiency. If the work efficiency is increases, the productivity also increases. If the productivity increases, then the economic prosperity also increases. Then the significance of good health increases the longevity of the people, that is age, that is lifespan. The good health is reduces the infant and maternal mortality, that means death rate. Then the good health increases the personality, then family lifestyles. These are the significance of health. Then when come to the maintenance or awareness of good health, maintenance and awareness of good health. First, the maintenance: balanced diet and personal hygiene, freedom of addictions like bad drug or alcohol, physical exercise, yoga and meditation, vaccination against the infectious disease, proper disposal of waste, and control the vectors. Vectors means disease transforming agents, we call it as a vectors. Maintaining hygienic food and water resources, awareness about the diseases and their effects. Okay, so these are the a maintenance of or awareness of good health. Apart from this, the general thing is, before we eat the food, first we are going to wash the hands. After the food also we wash the hands, bathing, brushing, okay, washing the clothes regularly. So these are the a maintenance and awareness of good health. When it comes to the characteristics of good health, okay, characteristics of good health. Come to the characteristics of good health. The characteristics are freedom of infection, proper mental maturity and alertness, freedom of addictions, then absence of anxiety, caring and affectionate of family, caring of personal hygiene, proper relaxation, regular exercise, healthy social interaction. So these are the characteristics of good health. Then which are the factors affect the good health? The factors are: one, genetic disorder, lifestyle and infections. Genetic disorders are deficiency or defects in which the child inherits from the parents from the birth. By birth itself, there are some diseases occurs, those we are called as genetic disorders. From that, what happens? The health will be disturbed, the health will be affected. Infections due to the pathogen. Pathogen means the disease causing organisms are called as a pathogen. Such pathogens, such infections affect the good health. Next, lifestyle. Nowadays this is very severely affects the health. The lifestyle, the lifestyle is nothing but a physical lack of physical exercise, overeating habit, then lack of food habit and lack of sleeping habit. So these leads the a disease called as a lifestyle disease. The best example is obesity. These three factors like genetic disorders, infections and lifestyle, these three are majorly affect the health. Especially when come to the lifestyle, in the city level, in the metropolitan cities, the lifestyle is major cause, majorly affect the health due to their work tension, due to the sleeping and food habits, lack of exercise. These are majorly affect the health. Okay, when come to the next concept is diseases. Okay, diseases, the condition where the functions of the body or part of the body are disturbed due to imbalance in the state of physical, mental and social aspects is called diseases. Diseases also defined as a condition in which improper functioning of one or more organs or organ system of the body adversely affect. Such is called as a disease. Then There are three types of diseases are there. One is the types of diseases. One is infectious diseases, second non-infectious diseases, third congenital or genetic diseases. When come to the infectious diseases, the diseases which are transmitted from infected person to another healthy person. Such diseases are called infectious diseases. Okay, from one person to another person, from unhealthy person to healthy person, if the diseases are transferred, is called as a infectious disease. The infectious diseases again classified into two types. One is congenital diseases, another called as a contagious diseases, another called as a non-contagious diseases. Infectious diseases are again classified into two types. One is contagious diseases, another called as a non-contagious diseases. The contagious diseases, the diseases which are directly contact to the other person, directly transferred to the other person. Okay, such we are called as a contagious diseases. For example, ringworm or conjunctivitis. Okay, the second one is non-contagious diseases. The diseases which are transferred by vectors or other medias like blood or food, contaminated food, or a semen or vaginal secretion. Here the vectors are blood or semen or other vaginal secretion responsible to transfer the diseases from unhealthy to healthy person. Those we are called as a non-contagious diseases. Non-contagious diseases. Then the best example for non-contagious diseases. The best example for non-contagious diseases like AIDS, typhoid, etc. Okay. Here, what the diseases are there, whether the infectious diseases, in that contagious, non-contagious, the pathogens are very important. The pathogen means the pathogens, the disease causing organisms are called as a pathogen. Vector is different. Vector is a disease transforming agent, is called as a vector. One more word is there, parasites. Parasite means the organisms which are depend upon other organisms for food and shelter and gives effect to the host organism. Such is called as a parasites. Again, the parasites are two types, ectoparasites and endoparasites. Ectoparasites, the parasite which affect the host outside the body. Best example, mosquitoes, bed bugs. Endoparasites, the parasites which affect the host inside the body. Those were called as a endoparasite. For example, Salmonella typhi, Ascaris lumbricoides, Wuchereria bancrofti. These are the endoparasites. Okay, this is about the infectious diseases. Infectious disease either may be viral diseases, fungal diseases, protozoan diseases, bacterial diseases, helminthic diseases, all are comes under. When come to the second one, non-infectious diseases. The diseases which are not transferred from unhealthy person to healthy person. The diseases which are not transferred from unhealthy person to healthy person. Such diseases we are called as a non-infectious diseases. If any person get the non-infectious diseases, those diseases are confined to such person only. Such person does not unable to transfer the disease to other person. The non-infectious diseases, best example is deficiency diseases like goiter, simple goiter, okay, beriberi, vitamin deficiency diseases, night blindness, then degenerative diseases, allergic diseases, cancers. These are the non-infectious diseases. Infectious diseases are also called as a communicable diseases. Communicable means they are able to transfer. Non-infectious diseases are also called as a non-communicable diseases. This is about the non-infectious diseases. When come to the congenital or genetic diseases, congenital or genetic diseases, congenital by birth, genetic diseases, there is a defective in genes. The diseases which are caused due to gene mutation or chromosomal aberration, such diseases are called as a congenital or genetic diseases. These are inherited diseases. These diseases are transferred from parents to their young ones, from one generation to next generation. Here, the gene mutation, mutation means sudden change. If there is any changes occur in the normal gene, those genes are abnormal, then that genetic diseases occurs. One more is there, chromosomal aberration. For example, in human beings, the constant chromosomal number is 46. 23 pairs, 46 number. If any deletion or addition of the chromosome, that condition is called as a chromosomal aberration. 45 or 47. This is if the deletion or addition of the chromosomal number to the normal one, then what happens? The genetic diseases are occurs. The best example, albinism, sickle cell anemia. These are the best example for the genetic or congenital diseases. Okay. This is about the diseases. Okay, and health. See, each and every person know about the diseases. What type of diseases are there? How they are able to transfer? How they are causes to human beings? What are the symptoms? So in which part of the organ the diseases are causes? Which are the pathogen responsible to diseases are pathogen responsible to causes which type of disease? When a person know about the diseases, then only the person able to maintain an awareness about the health. Then only the person able to maintain the good health. Okay, so this is about the health and diseases. Next one is common diseases in humans. In this chapter, we are going to discuss a common diseases occurs to the human beings like bacterial disease, typhoid and pneumonia. Then protozoan disease like malaria and amoebiasis. Then viral disease called as a common cold. Then helminthic disease like what filariasis is also called as elephantiasis. One more is ascariasis. Then the fungal diseases like ringworm diseases or dermatophyton diseases. So these a list of common diseases we are going to study in next class. Thank you.